Yeah.
I was drifting.
I'm so amazed in my life how many songs and movies and books about feeling alone have been out there, and yet it's still rampant. You know what I mean? It's like people still feel alone, and
Yep.
and you can read and hear this song and all that, and still, when you are at the bottom of the swell, it's like sometimes you just want to go, you know what? Screw it. I don't care about the next wave. I just want to go under.
Right.
That's the toughest part, I guess, is
Yeah.
that just little flicker, little droplet of hope, and yeah, it's tough.
And that's the that's the fallen world that we live in. So nothing I say is like this quick or easy, and
Right.
to
Yeah,
make
it's a lifetime of things, isn't it?
it is. It really is. But it shapes who you are, and it keeps things exciting if you let it.
Well, and don't you think a little bit about it more as a mom, and think, because your kids are going to go through some of the same struggles that you've gone through in your life, and you think, what can I plant in them now so they remember it when they're at the bottom of the swell or the well or wherever the bottom really is,
Right. That's hard. I mean, mine are young enough that I haven't had a lot of that happen yet. Simple things of like, yes, I've burned my hand before too, or yes, I've busted my lip open, and this is how it's like. We haven't. My oldest is 7, so we haven't had a lot of that yet. But I don't know. Honestly, I just hope that they have seen enough confidence and courage in me that they really do believe comes from where my faith is based, that no matter what they go through, because I'm sure they'll go through all kinds of things that even I didn't go through, but they'll have this anchor that kind of keeps them grounded, that says, okay, my parents told me that no matter what, God loves me, and no matter what, to just keep breathing in and out, and the sun will come out. And so
tomorrow.
Yeah. And we tell them all the time, no matter what you did today, good or bad, Mommy and Daddy still love you. And because we definitely fail and we definitely fall, but we do believe that children's identities are wrapped up in their parents, and they identify who God is through the way you love. And if a parent is not loving well, it doesn't mean their child can't find who God truly is. If they've never been patient, it's possible that they can find out that God is patient, but I think it's a lot easier for that child. The more Christ-like you behave, the easier it is for them to have a relationship with Him. The sooner and the easier it is for them, but it's never impossible. But I think my husband and I talk about just the fruits of the Spirit, of how, self-control and kindness and gentleness and, patience. And it's like, those are all the attributes of God. And if we're impatient with our children all the time, and if we aren't very forgiving, and if we aren't kind, and if we don't have self-control, and we aren't gentle, and they're going to have an aversion to who this God is that we've said is so amazing, if they haven't seen Him in our life. And so I know there's people all over the globe that never saw Him in their parents, and they found Him. And because the thing is, He's chasing after us. He wants us to find Him. He's not hiding in a bush. But I just think you're setting your children up for a lot sooner, richer, fuller depth of relationship with Him, the more like Him you can behave. And I love my children so much that I want to give them that. I want them to truly know that God's patient, because I even saw that in my mom. Or God is gentle, and He's loving no matter what, because I saw that in my dad. And so yeah, but we fail. We definitely fail, and we'll have to. But I try to say I was not acting the way God would want me to. Like, I try to own it that is not what you just saw. Like,
right.
Mommy freaking out over that. That was not God in me. That was something else. So. Well,
I'm sure there's X amount of books about feeling alone, but there's probably just behind that books about parenting.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Scuds and scuds.
We're all trying to do all that better, aren't we?
Yes, every day.
So